Going to install this Hyper 212 Evo Cooler Master CPU cooler. Basically it comes with 4 direct contact heat pipes attached direct to your CPU. It supports multi-sockets from LGA 2011, LGA 1366, 1155, 1156, and AM2 and AM3. So let's get started. So let's open the box. Before we open the box, you can see here the dimension we have. So this heatsink, it comes with 116 by 51 by 158.5 millimeters, and you can see some details here. And basically it comes with 120 millimeter fan. So let's open the box. Okay, so we have here, that's the mounting brackets and screws, which normal, and we can see here there is a thermal compound as well. That's to mount underneath the motherboard in order to install the socket heatsink. And we have some documentation here. That's a warranty paper, and there is an installation kit. So this is the things that you need to look to see how you can install this for Intel socket or AMD. Let's have a look to the actual heatsink. So basically, as you see, we have this fan 120 millimeter attached. So we have to remove this in order to install, I think, the socket first. But one of the features with this CPU cooler, you can see it's 4 direct heat pipes attached direct to underneath the CPU. So there is no thermal compound like the other older version of this CPU cooler. So it's all integrated with the heatsink itself. So this is a new design. Okay, I'm going to take the fan out so we can install this heatsink. So what we have the motherboard here, we have the base that we will need to install. In my case here, I have an AMD motherboard, so I have to mount this underneath the motherboard in the right way so I can use the screws it comes with. And we have a thermal compound as well to apply, and I have this to finally fit inside the heatsink so it can screw to the motherboard. And basically we will go through this now and see how we can install in AMD. The same things apply if you have an Intel motherboard. You just have to make sure you mount the base on the, you can see here you have different holes, and it will fit different type of motherboards with different sockets, Intel or AMD. So it's very easy. It's either you put it this way or this way underneath. So first things, what we're going to do, we're going to mount underneath the motherboard this base. In my case here, because I have the AMD, you can see at the back of the motherboard, so I'm going to put this way so I can have in these 2 holes here and also the other 2 holes at the other side the screws mounted from inside, and you can see the holes inside. So we're going to put screws inside this. I'm going to use both to in just to make it stable, so I can add the other 2 screws. So I'm going to use on the other opposite way. Okay, and we have, this comes with the tools, so I can use my screwdriver, and it's easy to just use this to really make this more firm. So I'm going to use in both end here and just make sure it's okay. As you see, we'll just take this out. So this is the startup. You can see I put 2 screws mounting on the front of the motherboard, and you can see underneath how it looks like. So I'm going to add the other 2 screws now. As you see, the 4 screws mounted to the motherboard, and it's firm. And at the back, this is how it looks. I'm going to install this heatsink this way. So this is the back of the motherboard, and we're going to mount the fan to blow the air out from the back of the computer this side. So I have to apply some thermal compound. Now as you see inside here, we can see there is a small hole inside, and the reason for that is because when we mount the heatsink inside, I have to adjust this to fit to this motherboard. And as you see, this, it can be pulled and released to actually to fit with the heatsink, and you can adjust this depends on what socket you have. I can only fit the heatsink this way. So the fan, as I said, it's not going to be at the back. The fan, it will be this way of the case, because this is the top of the computer. So I only have 2 options, but I think I will have it this way, so it blow the air out through this way. So let's mount this to the motherboard now. So just make sure it's in, and now I will just screw this to the motherboard. I'll start with this one here on the top, and then I will go with the opposite side. It's in both directions, so it's easy to adjust the other. I'm not going all the way, I'm just screwing to make sure it's in first, and once all the 4 screws they are in, then I can tie them to the motherboard. But first let's just make them all in. Okay, so I'll just put more pressure in this. Okay. Okay, so it's firm. Now we just have to mount the fan. So I have to look first where is the CPU fan, which is here in this side. Okay, so it's in. Okay. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I will see you soon. Take care.